Hello, and welcome to Summarize Science. Today, we're asking a simple question about some of the most complex technology out there. Can large language models, the brains behind tools like ChatGPT, actually do basic subtraction? You might assume the answer is an obvious yes, but a recent research paper reveals a fascinating and unexpected weakness. Researchers tested 8 different state-of-the-art language models on both addition and subtraction problems. As you can see in this chart, for addition, most of the models scored near perfectly, getting almost every answer right. But when it came to subtraction, their performance plummeted, with some models getting less than half the problems correct. This huge gap shows that for these AIs, subtraction is a fundamentally harder task than addition. So, what's going on here? The researchers dug deeper and found a very specific pattern. When subtracting a smaller number from a larger one, like 10 minus 5, the models performed almost flawlessly. However, as shown in these stark results, when the problem was flipped to 5 minus 10, where the answer is negative, the models failed almost completely. For some models, the accuracy dropped from 100% down to less than 1%. It turns out, these powerful AIs have a massive blind spot when it comes to negative numbers. The most common mistake they made wasn't getting the number wrong, but forgetting the negative sign. For a problem like 5 to 12, an AI would often correctly calculate the difference as 7, but it would output 7 instead of -7. This chart shows that if you ignore the missing negative sign and only grade the number itself, the accuracy shoots right back up. This means the model is doing the calculation correctly, but it's failing at the final, crucial step of indicating that the result is negative. This leads to an even more interesting question. Did the AI simply forget the negative sign, or did it not know it was needed at all? To figure this out, the scientists used a clever technique called probing to peek inside the AI's brain as it was thinking. They discovered that the model's internal data, its hidden states, consistently and accurately encoded whether the answer should be positive or negative. This is a key finding. The AI knows the answer is negative, but there's a disconnect that prevents it from including the sign in the final generated text. If the AI knows the answer, can it be taught to say it correctly? The researchers tested 2 methods. First, giving the model a few examples before the real question, which is called few-shot learning, only provided modest and inconsistent improvements. However, the second method, known as instruction tuning, worked wonders. This is the fine-tuning process that models like ChatGPT go through to become helpful assistants, and it involves training on lots of examples of questions and answers. As you can see in this table, after instruction tuning, almost every model achieved near-perfect accuracy on subtraction, correctly generating negative numbers. So, let's recap the important points. Powerful language models are surprisingly bad at subtraction, specifically when the answer is negative. They often calculate the correct number, but omit the minus sign, even though they seem to internally know the answer should be negative. Finally, this problem is almost completely fixed through instruction tuning, the same process that makes these models good at following commands. This tells us that, even for the most basic tasks, the way an AI is trained and fine-tuned is incredibly important. It's a reminder that we need to test for fundamental skills, not just complex ones, to truly understand and improve the AI systems that are becoming a bigger part of our lives. Thanks for watching Summarize Science.